Next one would be I'll talk a bit about the PDPA and GDPR. Like I always say, the same concept has been adopted from the GDPR. So they also have the same principle, lawfulness, data minimization, or purpose limitation. Concept is pretty much the same. But what the GDPR have and PDPA doesn't have is the principle of data protection by design or by default. So one of the key principles of the GDPR say that when you design a product or when you design your activity, you need to keep in mind the data privacy at the beginning step. You have to build in that you have to concern about their privacy. Yes, that's data protection by design. This one doesn't have in the PDPA, but for the GDPR, we have to include this into our system. Like for example, when we have a new system or we are going to implement a new product or something like that, we need to make sure that the idea or awareness of data protection has been built in. And the second one is data protection by default, which means like it is related to the data minimization principle. We need to make sure that once the system goes on, we will collect only what we need, like default personal data throughout the circle of the service. Because some certain business activity, after some time, they get information without them knowing it. They copy everything, they keep everything. So the concept or the principle of data by default, that means it has to go back to the original data that they need only. We have to have a system to check. This is by the GDPR, which is different from the PDPA.